Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how UAlbany attacked me during and after my seizure. So basically I had a seizure on UAlbany campus, and during my seizure and after my seizure, Brian T Stephenson and Lauricella, they just called UAlbany's 5 quad students, and they basically thought that I was just some crazy lunatic person just shaking. And it's like, I'm having a seizure, and they know that I have a history of having epilepsy with the school. So I didn't understand why they took it as me being a threat or aggressive. I had a seizure on that campus, and you call 5 quad students. Those students are not trained in Epilepsy First Aid protocol, because if they were, they would have never attacked me. They would have never attacked me, and they would have never called UAlbany security guards to try and sedate me. It's like, you don't do that to someone that's having a seizure. You don't treat me as if I'm an animal. I'm not an animal. I'm someone who has a history of epilepsy. And you treating me like an animal? And then it's like, I don't remember exactly what happened that day, but I do know is that Brian T Stephenson and Lauricella, they wrote a report. And when I read that report, I just cried, because it's like, the report, it's just like, I read that they tried to sedate me because they wanted to. The report says that they wanted to sedate me. So one of the UAlbany security guards, he sedated me, they said, in the right arm, and then he tried to also sedate me in my right thigh. And you mean to tell me you stabbed me twice with sedation needles? You stabbed me twice with sedation needles as if I was an animal, just so that way you can stop the seizures? Like, I'm not an animal, and you can't stop someone from having a seizure by trying to sedate them. You can't. And I'm not an animal. I'm a black female student at your school who had a seizure. And you think that because I'm black and because I have a voice, that I'm a threat and a danger? If you think that what UAlbany did was wrong, and that they were wrong for trying to sedate me, hit the like button, because I'm not a threat or a danger. And then now, Brian T Stephenson and Lauricella, they're trying to say that during my seizure I was aggressive. I wasn't aggressive. I had a seizure. And you guys did not follow proper epilepsy first aid protocol. And that protocol is to, 1, not restrain anyone while they are having a seizure, and don't try to pick them up and force them into a stretcher. When I read that report, it stated that the 5 quad students that were there that day, they were forcing me onto a stretcher. And the report also says that I kept trying to unbuckle the belts onto the stretcher. So you mean to tell me that it's wrong for me not to want to go to the hospital? I have a right as a human being to not go to the hospital. If I don't want to go to the hospital, I don't have to. I don't. And for your 5 quad students to be acting like that, to try to be holding me down, I'm 4'11", and I weigh currently 111 pounds or 112 pounds. And you think it's okay to just hold my arms down, hold my head down, hold my legs down, so what, it can stop the seizure? No. Like, no. And it's like, everything that they did was just wrong, and it's off. And while I was in a comatose state because of what UAlbany did, they were calling me, they were emailing me, they were harassing me, basically saying that we need to have a meeting to discuss whether or not I am a threat and whether or not I should be allowed to come back to school. Like, it's just ridiculous. Because of what they did, I was in a comatose state. I was in the hospital. I have nerve damage. Like, they said it on the report that they wanted to sedate me because of the way I was acting because of my seizure. They said they wanted. It wasn't a need. You can't stop someone from seizing. You can't stop someone from seizing by stabbing them with sedation needles. You can't do that. You can't. And you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. And if you think that it was okay what UAlbany did, put a comment down below. But for UAlbany to say that I am a threat and I'm a danger, that's a lie. Not a single student will say that Nyjah Pringle is a threat or a danger, because I'm not a threat or a danger. And UAlbany is just honestly mad. Brian is mad, Nancy is mad. The people in Code of Conduct, you're just mad because I won the lawsuit. So now you're trying to retaliate by discriminating against me. Why? Because I had a seizure? And why? Because you guys couldn't stop me from seizing? Because you chose to sedate me? No. And what happened? In the report it said that, oh, she was stabbed with sedation needles in her right arm and right thigh, and she didn't stop seizing. It stated in a report that I was aggressive. I'm not aggressive. I'm having a seizure. I'm having a seizure. And for you to say that I'm aggressive and that I'm like trying to like swat people away, no, that means I'm having a seizure. I'm having a seizure. And people that have seizures, when they're scared or they're anxious or any type of emotions, they start to seize more and they're moving more. On top of that, I have essential tremors on my whole entire left side. I have essential tremors on my whole entire left side. So for you to say that I'm aggressive, that is just wrong. That is just wrong. And I'm gonna make sure that universities like UAlbany are notified on how to treat students and treat people in general who have seizures. If you think that I should be able to graduate, hit that like button down below. If you think that I am a danger to students because I have epilepsy, comment down below and state why I'm a threat, because I'm not. I'm not a threat, I'm not a danger, and no students see me as a danger or a threat. So for Brian T Stephenson and Nancy Lauricella to put me on probation and call me a threat, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Like, that's a lie. That's a lie. If you think that I should, you know, speak up more about the situation, hit that like button. If you think that I deserve the right to graduate, which I do, hit the like button down below. Because at the end of the day, I'm never gonna stop fighting for my dreams and my goals. I'm never gonna stop fighting. Brian T Stephenson and Nancy Lauricella, they gave me nerve damage. They gave me nerve damage. Look at my hand. I can't even open up my hand. My hand is like this. It's in claw hand position, and my whole medical team, they were just like, you have nerve damage. And because of what they did, I ended up in a comatose state. I had to go and spend my Christmas, my New Year's, Valentine's Day, the holidays, all in the hospital. I was in the hospital because I was in a comatose state. Then I had to go to a rehabilitation center. Then I was in a nursing home. I've been through enough, and then they're still harassing me, telling me that, oh, they want to have a meeting. They must be out of their cotton picking mind. They must be, because to keep calling me a danger and a threat, you're dragging it. You're dragging it. And honestly, you're mad because I woke up out of my seizure comatose state. I woke up and I'm still living. And I'm always gonna fight for my dreams, because you know why? In Jesus' name, I'm gonna graduate. No matter what you do to me, I'm gonna graduate. And you can't keep me down. And that's the issue that you're having. You're upset because I won't give up. And I'm never gonna give up. And just know that what you did to me just inspires me more to be a better advocate, to be a better person, to be a better student. I'm gonna make sure that universities are starting to be more considerate of people and students who have epilepsy and other disabilities. You're not gonna downplay us. You're not gonna also downplay minorities, because Brian T Stephenson and Lauricella, they have a history of also retaliating against minority students. There are quite a few students at UAlbany that are minorities that have had an issue with Lauricella and Brian T Stephenson, where their white counterparts don't get in trouble, but however, if it's a minority, they get in trouble. It's like, I feel, and I truly feel, that Lauricella and Brian T Stephenson definitely do have an issue with discriminating against students who are disabled, and they also have an issue with minority students where they don't consider minority students' cases. They only listen to minority students because that's the protocol. And I remember when I did try to have a hearing with them, they were just like, well, we're gonna let you tell your side of the story because, you know, we have to. They didn't say we want to, they said we have to. And for them to threaten me saying that we have a warrant for your arrest, a warrant for arrest for what? For where? You're not gonna touch me. You're not. In Jesus' name, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And I am glad to be alive and awake, because when I woke up from that comatose state, I had to learn how to do everything over again. I had to learn how to walk again, how to feed myself, how to bathe myself. I had to learn everything over again. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. And I know that at the end of the day, all I can say is that I am stronger. What didn't kill me just made me stronger. And I'm not gonna cry because Nancy and Brian are not worth it, and my tears are too precious, and I look too cute to be crying. But Nancy and Brian, I pity you. I pity you because one day, once I get better and I get to 100%, I'm gonna write a screenplay. Then I'm gonna write a book. And then I'm gonna try my hardest to make sure that I make an example out of you. I'm gonna make an example out of you, because it's people like you who hate people that have disabilities, who hate minorities, and you try to throw us away like we don't matter. I matter, and I'm not gonna let you attack another student. I don't know if you other students that you may have attacked, but this student right here, she's not gonna be quiet. She's gonna keep talking, and I don't care how long it takes, but I'm gonna keep talking until you see the point. So I hope you don't ever attack another student. I really don't, because if you do attack another student, I hope this student watches this video and they take action.